Shitty day at work. Can we just sit down, relax, play some GTA? Let's check out this new Smuggler's Run DLC. Looks like there's some new content available since it came out. We got a couple new planes. Alright, let's check those out. Man, it took long enough to save up for this damn place. Stupid bounties, whatever. Alright, let's check out this new plane, see what we got going on with it. Alright, war stock. And what's the running price for it? This is a video that I've put off making for quite a while, more along the lines because it's one of those companies that you like so much, you really feel kind of bad bashing them because you're very loyal to them. They've represented you well in the past. They haven't really let you down too often. They made some amazing products, but sooner or later, things continue to build up where you're just like, okay, I'm getting really tired of this, but I'll deal with it. And then things become absolutely fucking insane where you feel the need. You know what? They need to be called out on. And I'm talking about Rockstar in addition to Take-Two, but for name-saving sake, we'll just say Rockstar because let's face it, they probably run the whole thing. In terms of GTA Online, I put off making this video for quite some time because it's just, I love Rockstar. They're probably one of my most favorite developers in the gaming industry, but to see them go down this current path is very, very scary, and that sounds really corny and stupid, but it's absolutely true. And we'll explain in detail as to why we think what Rockstar is doing to GTA Online is they're slowly but surely ruining it. And we're also going to get to the point about, are these updates actually free, or are they actually free to play until you get stuck behind a paywall? I had joined with me 3 other guys who are also deep fans of Grand Theft Auto 5, who have also been in a ton of my other videos, so I definitely recommend you guys check those out. I have Jackson.
Hello.
I have Justice.
Fuck you, Rockstar!
And we'll get to that in a minute. And then we have Travis.
Hey guys, what's going on?
So, what I would like us to do is essentially go through the updates in chronological order. We'll be discussing various things, including things we liked, things we didn't like, and things that we're noticing that we feel like are getting out of control and they just need to be called out on. So, I'd like to go ahead and start by discussing when GTA Online was first released. It was very buggy, and we all expected it to be buggy, but it was fixed fairly quickly. I do like how Rockstar released GTA Online about a month after single player came out. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna get to the single player discussion later. But it released about a month after the single player GTA 5 game was released. It was really buggy as hell. Nobody could even get past the tutorial area. Some people could, but it was very rare. Essentially, they finally fixed it, and since then we've gotten a lot of really awesome updates. Don't worry, I'm getting to it. So, Rockstar kept hyping about Heists. They said they're going to be these amazing online missions you can do with your friends. We're able to undertake these setup missions. You'd be able to gain access to these badass vehicles, weapons, all kinds of free stuff, and everyone was hyping about it. We even saw all the trailers, we saw some previews for it, we looked absolutely stoked. So I would like to say, my personal opinion, I don't have any major dislikes about the Heists update. And this is my opinion. I feel like the Heists update was a step in the right direction, mainly because of the depth with those missions you had. Some things were kind of silly, like how you had to pay for the later setup missions for the latter 3 heists. I thought that was pretty silly. In addition to that, it is required that you have to have 4 people with you, which for more certain people that can be pretty difficult to do. But essentially, I thought the heist update itself was a step in the right direction. Some of the pricing on the vehicles weren't too bad. I didn't really care too much about the pricing at the time. Plus, to be honest, I thought a lot of the pricing for the vehicles that were released with the Heist update were justified. You know, I mean, some of these vehicles were like these vehicles where if you own even one of them, you could really get shit done. I mean, we had the Insurgent, we had the Hydra. Don't worry, I'll get to that later. And we had a couple other Warstock vehicles that just made you feel badass. And ultimately, I like the Heist update. What did you guys think of it?
Well, it provided many opportunities for me as a GTA Online player that I took advantage of and immediately squandered that opportunity away. But in all
Such as
seriousness-
getting money.
Shut up. But in all seriousness, the Heist update was a great addition, long overdue.
Yes.
But I'm glad they took their time and put it together nicely.
I completely agree. I think it was a good addition. I think it was fun at times. It was a pain in the butt, you know, here and there, but it was a lot of fun. You get to play around with friends. You get to do all these crazy missions and everything, objectives, if you will, and it was really fun. Pain in the butt at times, but at the end of the day, it was always a blast to do them. And I agree. I agree 100%. It was a good addition.
I agree with both of them, and there are some points that I'd like to point out myself, such as the fact that all the heists, no matter which one you do, all the heists, even the first one, they all pay a shit ton. Even to this day, you can consider them paying a shit ton.
Don't worry, we'll be getting to stuff about that later, about how it's not as good.
And the thing is, the heists, doing the setups and for the later heists anyways, and actually for all of them, and then the finales themselves, it required tacticality and it required teamwork. It influenced teamwork and communication. I personally have a very intense opinion that whenever it comes to doing heists, whether you're doing the finale or you're doing the setup, communication and teamwork are both, actually in particular communication, would be encouraged extremely. In fact, it's a must-have, if you ask me. I remember working on one of the setups for the Humane raids with Josh. Josh and I were the ones going into the base at the Humane labs to snipe all the guys and stay hidden. We felt like special ops right there. It required a lot of tacticality and teamwork. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why I think the Heist update was a well-placed update.
So yeah, overall, I think we're all in pretty much a mutual agreement. We thought that the Heist update, step in the right direction. Some things maybe a pinch overpriced, but overall, pretty good update. We had a lot of cool vehicles, a lot of some new weapons. I mean, it was a huge update, added a lot of new content. Overall, I'd probably give it like an A. But here we go.
Here we go, people. Be ready.
This
There we go.
is where things started to go downhill, and surprisingly, this started to go downhill very quickly. I'm gonna try my best to hold my rage in, but I can't promise anything, so RIP headphone users, and I'll probably put a warning later on, but I'm sure you guys have plenty of things to say, but I'll just dive right into it. Ill-gotten games.
Well,
So, yeah. These were the last updates for the last generation for GTA 5 Online. Overall, okay. Not terrible, definitely not great. Why is it not exactly that great? Well, for one thing, it didn't include a whole lot. The upgrade added a lot of new luxury-themed vehicles and clothing items and stuff, including the Combat PDW, which is pretty nice. It was like a nice addition to a submachine gun. We had some new.
Yeah,
we had some new.
I agree.
We had some new tints for some weapons, which is pretty neat. But then we noticed something. we took a look at some of the elite travel section. We noticed a certain vehicle that looked extremely out of place, and this completely threw us off guard. And we had absolutely no idea why that even existed. And that fucking thing is called the Buckingham Luxor Deluxe. Rockstar, why in the mother-ass holy fuck shit nugget of hell does that fucking plane cost fucking 10 million goddamn dollars? There is absolutely no fucking point for that to cost $10 million. Even the Buckingham Swift Deluxe is fucking ridiculous. So what's the key thing? Can you guys think of a good reason as to justify that price? I can't.
I actually have something to say. No, I cannot think of that because, like, all it is it doesn't even perform better than the normal Luxor. And it's like nearly 10 times the normal Luxor's price. It doesn't perform any better, and it's just got gold paint. There's also the fact that in next gen, the Luxor Deluxe, passengers that sit in the back, like not the very back, but I mean is like behind the pilot and co-pilot, if they go in the first person, they get to drink champagne or whatever. But that's just a minor addition. It doesn't justify anything. I'd like to point this out. We all know about in the Heist update, bear with me, that there's the criminal mastermind challenge, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so just think about this. That right there requires MLG Pro skill to complete because you have to complete it with the exact same crew. You have to complete every setup and finale on hard, and you have to do it without dying once. If you die, and you have to do them all, and you have to do all the heists in order too. If you die once, or if you screw up the order, or if you change out a person, you do any of that just once, the whole thing resets. But the reward for it is $10 million. Yeah, you hear that? $10 million. Now, here's the thing. As Josh said, the Luxor Deluxe costs $10 million. So, for those of you that completed the Criminal Mastermind challenge, we all applaud you. All right,
Good for you.
that was me giving you applause.
Yeah, good for you.
But if you decided to spend all of that on the Luxor Deluxe, allow me just to go ahead and say a little something.
Oh.
You gotta screw loose.
Oh look, guys, it's a plane that's shiny. It's golden shiny. Oh, and look, you can drink champagne in the back. I feel so rich. I can't wait to fly this around for bragging rights. Ooh. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Rockstar.
The only look, not even this would get me. Look, not even this would get me to buy it. But the only way I'd be more interested is if we could have strippers in there.
True.
You know what? I just have this one thing to say about the Ill-Gotten Gains update. Apart from the combat PDW and some of the cars, the whole thing is completely worthless.
Pretty much.
That's just my solid opinion.
Mm.
Just the gun, some of the cars, great. Everything else can go down the hole and die.
Well, let's not forget that Ill-Gotten Games Part 2 had the marksman pistol, which was nice. But apart from those weapons,
The marksman pistol was great.
yeah. Apart from that, it's a pretty passable update. I honestly thought that the Luxor Deluxe was like a gag vehicle. It's like, oh, let's make it ridiculously expensive. That way, when you see someone flying around with it, you'd be like, oh man, that person probably has so much money. Wow. And that's pretty much ultimately what I thought when I saw that update. But
When in reality, if they bought the damn thing, they're likely broke.
yeah, pretty much. And this is where things started to get a little out of control. So,
Oh, dear.
later in 2015, we got the Executives and Other Criminals update, which was pretty medium-sized update, I'd say. But this is where things really started to piss me off with that update, and I was like, okay, Rockstar, you're starting to scare me. The motherfucking Yachts. This is
Oh.
most noteworthy.
Oh, I'm gonna have something to say about
This
this.
is most noteworthy when Rockstar decided to price the Orion yacht, also known as the
Ugh.
Galaxy Super Yacht. The price on that fucking thing is a minimum. This is without upgrading it. This is just when it looks standard. The minimum price on that fucking yacht is $6 million. That's the minimum price.
And then we move up to the yacht that I'll admit I bought, but I didn't buy it full price because there was a sale on it. I spent only 5.6 million. I'm talking about the Pisces, the one that I own. Without any upgrades, that thing cost 7 million. And Jackson, how about you point out the next one?
And then, if I'm not mistaken, there is the Aquarius, or is there one in between?
There's the Aquarius.
There's words, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the Aquarius. Which I believe costs, I don't know, $9 million.
You're 1 million. You're 1 million too high, dude.
8 million.
I-
My bad.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
it being higher.
Either way.
But
Either way.
It's a lot of money.
And you know what the
Either way.
sad thing is? You know what the sad thing is? I've had
What would that
people,
be?
I've had like 2 or 3 people that own the Aquarius come onto my yacht and they said, oh, and they weren't even being sarcastic or anything. They were being completely legit. They said, oh, man, if I had known the Pisces was this nice, I'd have bought this thing. That tells you something right there about what they think about what they just bought.
So the whole idea with the yacht seems okay, I guess. I kind of had a feeling Rockstar was going to release something like that, but the fact that they... I feel like we should dive into this now since I'm about to start talking about it. The fact that the game feels to charge you for every single solitary fucking thing. You have to pay the fucking sailor in your yacht just to move the yacht. Justice? How much money does it cost just to move the yacht?
$25,000 fucking dollars.
$25,000.
well, I know what I'm not getting.
That's just to move it.
There's also this. The yacht, owning a yacht, listen, my utility charges in total, most of the money from my utility charges comes from my yacht. I pay for just utility charges alone $1,950. That is from all my properties, and I have multiple properties, but most of the money comes from my yacht. That is like, and if I'm not mistaken, that the yacht utility charges are $1,000.
Oh, and don't worry, we'll get to how expensive the utility costs get later on, because we could bring it up now, but they get much worse.
And Josh, there's something else I want to point out about the yachts. And it's going to involve ill-gotten gains, if you don't mind. Yeah, be ready, people. Be ready, because this right here is going to probably...
Hold on to your hats.
Going to probably dumbfound you. The thing is, my yacht comes with a Swift Deluxe. A Swift Deluxe. Not a standard Swift, a Swift Deluxe. And the thing is, the Swift Deluxe originally came from ill-gotten gains. And it's priced at just over half the price of the Luxor Deluxe. It costs like $5.15 million. But here's the thing. Even if I hadn't bought my yacht at the discount price, if I had paid the full price for it, the way I see it, I still saved money on a Swift Deluxe.
So we get to the next major update, which is the finance and felony. This is where you're able to become the CEO of a criminal organization, hire associates, buy and sell cargo through the special cargo network. So this is the update where you're able to buy office and warehouse properties, which again are fucking overpriced, but what are you gonna do, because everything leading up to this has become ridiculously overpriced. And let me just say this, the CEO mission, and I know I said this earlier, so I'll have to cut that out, but I'll go ahead and say it now. Let me just say this, the CEO missions for this fucking update are awful. You know why? Because you can hire associates, yes, but what do associates make when they do missions for you? Jack. They make fucking nothing. What is the fucking point of having an organization if no one makes money from you? What is the point? You literally have to have your friends play with you in order for them to be able to make money when you're a CEO. It makes no fucking sense. Oh, and here's the thing. You think just buying an office and becoming a CEO stops there? No. It's required to do fucking anything in the update. You want to play the missions? You have to pay for an office. You want to hire associates? You have to pay for a fucking office. It makes no fucking sense when they literally force you to purchase this stupid fucking office just so you have access to the other content in the update. It's literally Rockstar going, if you don't give me money, then fuck you, you can't do shit!
I hate that. Like what you just said there, Josh. Like you have to buy certain things just to get this thing. Like, I hate that. They're forcing you to buy that shit. I'm like, oh my god, like, are you serious? Like, if something costs like, I don't know, let's say $5 million just to get this, but you have to buy like an office, for example. I forgot how much the office cost, but something along the lines of like $3 million. Like, you have to pay all that money. I'm like, I can't do that. It's ridiculous. I hate it. Like, I don't know, man. That's pretty much the whole. You summed it up pretty much. They force you to buy all this shit just to get that, and it's ridiculous to me.
Well, fortunately,
it's just ridiculous.
It doesn't get much better. So the thing is, yes, you'll have access to an office and everything, but in order for you to really have certain features within the office, guess what? You have to pay more in-game money. So here's an example. If you want to be able to have a living quarters in your office, that shit costs you almost $1 million just to have a fucking bed.
It costs like 700.
Almost, yeah, almost $1 million. It costs
like I think like $745,000.
Ridiculous. Oh, and also, if you want to customize your office, have fun with that. The most expensive office upgrade is $2.1 million just to fucking upgrade your fucking office. What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's ridiculous, man. I hate it.
I really don't have that much to say about the update, seeing as I didn't buy an office, but I can see your points. This is some bullshit, but it gets worse, people. I just want to say this right now, it gets way worse.
Yeah.
Just from Jackson saying that, let me go on. If there's any Rockstar people watching this video, if there's more than one of them, let me go on. I'm gonna give you a calm question, okay?
Who wants to fist fight with me in the audience? Who wants to fist fight with me in the audience?
I don't think anybody wants to.
That'll be one plane ticket to Quinlan, please.
Calm down. Calm down. Just breathe, man. Just breathe.
You're right.
But yeah,
You're right.
It doesn't end there.
You're right. I need to be calm.
It doesn't end there.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't end there. Unfortunately. So, we get the Bikers update, which, again, pretty good update.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really have a whole lot of problems with
Oh
it.
yeah, big time. I was hoping for that. I signed a petition for that.
I did, yeah, we all did, and Rockstar listened to us, which is, again, I gotta commend them for. So, when they do something good, I gotta applaud them for it. When they do shit, I gotta call them out for it. But the Biker DLC, I thought was pretty good. The club missions are fun. Clubs themselves, I didn't really invest and I didn't see the point, but I do like the idea of having your own biker gang. That's a pretty cool idea. The bikes are fucking sick. One of my most favorite things was actually, believe it or not, the clothing. The clothing, a lot of new clothing was pretty neat.
Yeah, I like the clothing.
And they had a lot of new weapons. They had a pipe bomb, mini SMG, compact grenade launcher, battle axe. That shit was
sweeper
cool.
shotgun?
Yeah. All these new weapons.
A pipe wrench.
Oh, yeah.
So that update was good. Rockstar, that's how you do an update. And plus, I swear it feels like a different team worked on the update alone. The bikes are fairly priced, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
They're expensive, but they're not
Yeah, that was
going to
be my point.
Except for probably the Fagio Sport.
Yeah. Overall, I didn't have any problems
the
with it.
Fagio
So
Sport.
moving on. This is where I wanted to rip my
Things
hair
got
out,
bad again.
and I wanted to throw my controller at the screen, and I wanted to send Rockstar a very angry email. And I actually put off playing GTA Online for weeks at a time because of this motherfucking update. Most of you already know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna have to say it anyway, and as soon as I do, I'm gonna get a really bad taste in my mouth, so I'm probably gonna have to let you guys take the wheel after I just say the update name. I'm sure you guys have more than enough things to talk about this. Import fucking export. You son of a bitch update. You begin.
Justice, why don't you start it off by telling us what came with this update?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll tell you what came with this update. I'll admit the stuff that came with this update is cool. Well, we have to admit it is cool. The stuff that they're giving us in all these updates are cool. The problem is how insanely priced they are.
Oh my god.
My brain is pulsing out of my skull as we speak.
Oh my god. I'm looking at the vehicles right now in Warstock. Holy shit, folks.
Just name some of the vehicle
Yes, and the bad
names.
thing about that is that those aren't Pegasus vehicles.
Yeah.
Josh, you explain.
Travis, name some of those vehicles and just say what the prices are. Let the audience know.
Okay, what do we got here? Alright, now I just want to let everybody know I'm not very good with prices and money, so I'll just like read out the numbers maybe or something like that, and you could probably guess yourself or something. But I'm going to start with the ramp buggy then. We got, what is it, well, for the trade price, it's 2 million, but for the buy it now, it's 3 million. That's, yeah.
And it gets worse.
And then the Phantom Wedge is 1 million for trade, 2 million to buy, of course. But again, keep her going. We got the Technical Aqua.
Name them all.
1 million. Actually, it's 1 million for both trade and buy, but still overpriced as fuck. We got the Blazer Aqua. It is 1 million as well, both trade and buy.
God.
Yeah, for like a
For an
tiny
that
ass
has machine
water.
guns and that is aquatic.
And it's tiny looking on
see
here.
the point.
And then there's the Armored Boxville, 2 million for both trade price and buy. Good God, that's.
And my point out, the armored boxville is the one that I want.
And that thing is rusty as fuck. Then we got the Wastelander, another rusty. This one actually isn't 1 million. It's 400,000 and 600,000. So
Alright.
400 to
It's
trade.
the cheapest one.
It's the cheapest one, yeah. Believe it or not, it's the cheapest one. What a
And
surprise.
it's not that good of a vehicle. There's a shock.
Yeah. Oh, but here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go. The two famous ones here. The Ruiner 2000. Oh dear God. It is 4 million for trade price and 5 million to buy.
We're talking about Knight Rider here. We're talking about Kit from Knight Rider here, people.
Ruiner.
I don't think even he
2000,
costs that
ladies and
much.
Oh
Holy
my
fucking
lord.
shit. What?
You heard me right, folks. 4 million for trade, 5 million for buy it,
my
like
God.
entirely. Like,
It used to be on sale. It was like $700,000 off at one point. They fucking raised the price $700,000. Oh my fucking
And now-
shit!
and now, last but not least,
crap.
the Rocket Voltic, which is 2 million for trade and 3 million for buy.
Oh
to buy it.
gosh. Now, I understand the gimmick behind these vehicles where you're like, oh, it's so cool because you have nitro when they have rockets. The Ruiner 2000, it has a jump capability. Rockstar, I don't give a fuck.
And it can
There is
parachute.
no fucking reason to charge that fucking car $5 million. There is fucking no
Yeah.
reason for it. You practically are at
And you know
this
what
point saying you better grind for hundreds of hours, or you better give us shark cards. Don't worry, we'll
and
get to that
Oh,
in a
wait,
minute.
wait, hang on.
Yeah. That's
Wait,
what
hang
I
on.
love.
There's something I'd like to point out. If you want to buy the Ruiner 2000, hell, if you want to buy any of those vehicles, well, guess what?
Oh yeah.
You can't.
I know-
They're not Pegasus.
forgot-
They're not Pegasus vehicles. You want to know
Oh, I
how you
remember
can buy
why.
them, though? You gotta
Can I say
pay.
it?
You gotta pay over $1 million fucking dollars for a vehicle warehouse. Then you can own those things.
Again, this is going
That's the
back
other
to
big
we
issue.
don't have access to the quote-unquote free content without having a prior purchased thing in order to have access to any of this. Why can't we just buy the vehicles and drive them? Why is it so complicated? Well, I know why. because
Yeah.
Rockstar is greedy as fuck right now. They're like, fuck you, give me money!
Yeah, the fact that they force you to buy a warehouse just to get these vehicles is completely load of bullshit to me.
I mean, honestly, why you can't even make the Wastelander is like the least interesting of them all, and it's the cheapest too. You can't even make it to where that one's a Pegasus vehicle. You're gonna force us to buy a vehicle warehouse?
Okay, now before we move on,
What the fuck?
I'm gonna bring up this last point, which probably kills the whole import-export for me, which still infuriates me to this day, and it always will. Rockstar. I love the concept of stealing vehicles and putting them in our own warehouse to be able to sell them for money. But let me ask you a question, Rockstar. Is this a mobile game? Wait, it isn't? It's a console game? Oh, okay. Well, I have a question for you. Why the fuck do I have to wait 44 fucking minutes after I sell this fucking car before I can sell another one? Why are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
He's
gone out the deep end, guys.
When he gets
You
back, I can
have
have
to
something
wait
to say.
45 fucking minutes to sell another car. Rockstar, this is not a mobile game. What is with the time barrier? There's no point to it. Just let us sell the additional cars. Why do you make us wait 45 minutes? Oh, and I did the math on this, and I'm not kidding. I triple checked this. If you sell all of your cars in your warehouse, if you have a full warehouse and sell all the vehicles, the total time you have to wait is 6 hours and 42 fucking minutes.
I'm gonna say it like Angry Bill
And then
said.
there's another
6
thing, isn't there, Josh?
hours!
There's another thing, isn't there?
Oh no, what are the things?
The thing is, Josh, don't you have something else to talk about selling those vehicles, such as how much you make off of each one?
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, whenever you sell a vehicle, you only get $80,000.
80,000? I mean, for me that's not bad. But then again, I was good for 6 years.
We're laughing, Rockstar. We're not
It's so
laughing at
funny.
you. Oh wait, no, fucking, we're laughing at you.
We also had the Lowriders update, which honestly is probably one of the most pointless updates to ever exist. I think seriously, who the fuck wants to pay millions of dollars to have their car?
Yeah, hydraulics and stuff like that. I mean, honestly, me personally, I liked the two lowrider updates. Okay, I liked them. I especially like the fact that you can turn certain sports cars into supercars, or you can make certain supercars even better. The problem is, and I'll admit, I indulged in that. I got I had a lowrider, and I have an upgraded sports car turned into a supercar. I have the Sultan RS. I'm keeping that thing. I'm growing attached to it. The lowrider I got rid of. I'm not gonna miss it. The thing is though, well maybe I am, but it was worth getting the money. The thing is though, why should we pay so much more than a few $100,000, at least a few $100,000, to just put hydraulics on a car?
Yeah, like I said, it's a pretty passable update. But one of the more recent updates, and this is where I have become so triggered, I think I was going to go out and murder someone when I saw the aspect behind the missions on this thing. So
The question is, why didn't you?
Good question. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Good question. I'm of course talking about the fucking Gunrunning update. So this had to be my most hyped update in the whole game. I'm sure all you guys agree with me. Because this update focused on military business opportunities where any player is able to purchase a bunker and register as a CEO to begin arms training missions. And gosh. Okay, hold on. I'll get to the negatives in a second. But the content within the update is my favorite. The military vehicles, such as the heavy APC, the Bravado half-track, stuff like that was cool. You know, we can all pretty much agree that the content within the update was really awesome.
Oh yeah. Like I have the APC. And Nightmare, what do you have?
I have the half-track.
There you go. And we don't
can
regret
anyone
buying
ask me?
those. Yeah, what do you have?
Jack shit!
Oh, okay.
Because continue.
Alright, so before we get into the pricing, which believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there, we're going to talk about the basic functionality of gun running. So, basically, gun running, you have to buy a bunker to be able to do pretty much anything. You have to buy a bunker from the Mace Bank Foreclosures website. Bunkers can be customized with a choice of add-ons like a personal quarters, shooting range, gun locker, and even transportation for some reason within your bunker, which is silly. But again, the bunkers, you know what? The bunkers themselves are good. I'll get into the pricing later. So, upon purchasing a bunker, if you're registered as a CEO, again, you have to be a CEO, and you have to have an office to be a CEO, so you have to buy an office, and you have to buy a bunker to be able to do these fucking missions. But either way, so once you purchase a bunker, if you're a CEO, VIP, or MC president, you'll get access to the gun running business. The gun running business is essentially this thing that you do on the laptop inside the bunker. It allows you to resupply and sell the weapons generated by that gun running business. So a lot of this is you start one of these business missions, and with your team, you go out, you have to pick something up usually. It's usually like supply crates or something, and bring it back to your bunker. And then essentially you put it back and you invest it into either research or stock. Research basically allows you to unlock certain accessories on your military vehicles, allows you to customize them a bit more, for example, adding more weapons to the mobile ops center, things like that. And then the stock is pretty much just stock that you're getting built up, which again, you really just earn money from, and that's about it. In addition to that, you can manage bunker staff, buy additional bunker upgrades, things like that. Here is where the gun running DLC fails. It fails.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sorry guys, but it fails. Okay, it fails. In order to do the gun running main missions that were advertised in the fucking gun running trailer, again, Rockstar said you'll be able to play these. They failed to mention that firstly you have to buy a bunker, then you have to buy a mobile ops center. You're looking at almost $5 million already. Then you have to do a certain amount of those fucking supply missions for you to be able to unlock those. Okay? So then you'll be able to play those fun missions. However,
But
however,
allow me to point this out. And this is actually a problem that started with fucking finance and felony, and has continued ever since.
yes.
You have to be, in order to do resupply missions,
Oh, here we go.
and in
Here we
order to
freaking go.
what else? Yeah, and in order to actually be able to sell your stock, you have to be in a, wait for it, public session.
And can I be the one to talk about this little problem?
Go for it.
Of course.
Yay.
Your online community is shit!
Oh, shots fired. You just triggered the community.
You have
boy.
some of the shittiest people alive playing your game.
Yeah, you hear that, people?
And I'm not gonna hold back. There are some major assholes on GTA Online in the public
Yeah, you know you
session
are.
who the only reason they play that mode is to screw other people over. The
Yeah.
other part of your community is little freaking 9, 10, 12-year-olds who just don't give a shit about what other people are doing. And it's gotten to a point where it's almost unbearable to do anything.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know you are,
And-
people. You know you are. You are.
And at this point, I've resigned myself to doing just nothing. I've done nothing at all. I bought, actually, we'll get to that a bit later. But leaving it off right now, it sucked. The public session community sucked.
That's why I usually
Let's
do
move
solo
on
sessions.
before I have a stroke.
So the thing is, there's a really retarded reason why Rockstar specifically, well, there's a couple of reasons why they say that some of these missions are required to be in public sessions. For one thing, they said it adds more challenge. Give me a fucking break. You have enemy AI chasing us. That's plenty of challenge right there. Plus, sometimes the AI has helicopters and even jets chasing after us. So don't give me shit, it adds more challenge.
Yeah.
You're fucking wrong, Rockstar. You're absolutely 100% wrong that it adds more challenge. It doesn't. It just makes it more frustrating and infuriating. There's no point to having randoms in your lobby when you're trying to just get shit done. Number 2, they said that it adds more of a incentive for your fellow associates in your organization. I wish I was making this up. This is what they fucking said. What? I don't even know how to respond to that, other than it's not true.
This goes out to the viewer. This goes out to Rockstar viewers again. Who wants a knife fight with me? Who wants a knife fight with me now?
Okay, calm down, calm down.
Okay, calm down.
Breathe. Breathe.
I've got a knife right here.
Long story short, we really don't see the point where we can't just have private invite-only sessions to play these missions. It makes no fucking sense. That's why the main missions in Gunrunning DLC are actually really damn good, where you get to play with the new vehicles for the first time. They're actually pretty damn good, and me and my friends had fuck tons of fun playing those. I have zero.
And
zero
Josh,
complaints
allow me to add something. Allow me to add something. I remember the missions with the oppressor.
Yes.
Like that's what that bike is called, right? Yeah, remember that. I said it's probably not going to be that great, and you said I'm going to eat my own words. Well, I ate my own words.
Oh yeah.
And don't worry.
I had fuck tons of fun.
And don't worry, we'll talk about the pricing here in a second, but I need to discuss something else real quick.
Yeah, people, be ready for that.
People, you might want to turn down your volume for this part, but I'll start out quiet.
Oh lord.
So,
Be ready to get some fear boners.
So with managing your research and stock, you would think, oh cool, so once I bring these supplies back, I'll have access to new customization options on my military vehicles, and I'll have access to more money right away, right? Right?
Nope.
No. Do you guys remember the Import-Export DLC where you had to wait for 44 minutes before you could sell another vehicle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
So,
It's almost time for the fear boners.
in this update, when you bring back supplies, and you're at your laptop, you're sitting there looking at the progress of the research, and you're sitting there looking at the progress bar of the stock. You're sitting there waiting for it to finish. And I checked this. I remember saying, guys, why is this taking an abnormally long time? None of them can answer that. So I said, let's test this. Let's go ahead and finish a mission exactly at 6 o'clock. That way, I can time just exactly how long it takes for this stuff to finish. Researching for your stock to finish. I checked this, and I swear I checked this like 10 times because I recorded this, okay? Okay. At 7:30, the progress bars, they went up halfway. Now, for you genius mathematicians out there, an hour and a half was half of the progress bar. Therefore, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this open to interpretation. This is kind of a rhetorical question. Okay. So, how long in total does it take for you to be able to get the research finished and or for you to be able to get all of the stock finished so that you can get money to buy shit in the game and for you to be able to have access to content that should already be there? How long does it take for you to unlock that after you bring those supplies back? 3 fucking hours!
Yeah.
I was actually about to say I'm gonna be one of the people in the audience. Be like, I don't know, 2 hours?
I thought it was 1, but no, 3. Wow.
It takes 3 hours. Fucking, you have to sit there, and not even outside of your game. You have to sit there in GTA Online. You have to sit there and be in the game waiting for that shit to finish, and it takes 3 consecutive hours for that fucking shit to unlock so that you can finally have money and finally have access to that shit that should already be on this fucking vehicle in the first place. Why don't we just have access to that immediately?
Might I add a little something? There's a chance. It's not too big of one, but there's a chance that by AI players, even if you're in an invite only, that your stock will be stolen, and you'll have a time limit to get that back. Or there'll be other complications, like from what I had to do twice. I've had to deal with that twice, and from what I had to do, I had to deactivate bombs that were on the truck trailer that my guns were in.
Well, wait, guys. But Josh, you guys are all raging in this video. There's an option where you can buy a larger staff, so the waiting doesn't take as long. Oh, okay. Let me refer you back to one of my friends who actually checked this as well. His name's Steven, and he actually tracked on how long this exactly takes for the research to finish after you unlock the bigger staff. Do you know how long it takes? Okay? It only takes 30 minutes left. It takes 2.5 fucking hours for that to finish with the larger staff. 2.5 hours!
I was literally about to say that.
2.5 hours!
My brain hurts.
What?
My brain.
What the fuck? Oh, but Josh, you have the option of unlocking it instantly by purchasing the instant unlock. Oh, that's so fucking great and
Which
dandy
costs-
when you can unlock it instantly for more money, which, oh my lord, I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack.
Can I say how much it is?
Yes.
It's last time I checked, and I'll admit, I had a bit of research done, but only a sliver. So let me go and tell you this. It would have costed me, if I remember correctly, had I fast-tracked it, which I never do, $225,000!
Rockstar, this is not a mobile game. You do not force us to pay more money to get past these fucking time walls. That's what bullshit mobile games do. This is not a mobile game. This is a full-price AAA game. Why are you forcing us to pay you more money to unlock shit instantly? It is fucking infuriating, and it's absolutely ridiculous. You know why? It wouldn't bother me so much if everything in this fucking DLC didn't cost so fucking much. Seriously, the fucking APC at sell price, 2.3 million, regular price, 3 million. The half track at full price, 2.2 million. The fucking oppressor is $3.5 million.
Yep. I'm looking at it right now. It's ridiculous.
Oh, and also when you have the mobile operations center where you can upgrade your guns, why the fuck does upgrading your guns cost over $100,000 for each fucking gun? The carbine rifle, $107,000. The combat MG, $119,000. Oh, hey, if you want to go ahead and upgrade your sniper, $165,000. Oh, if you want to upgrade your bunker and customize it, that'll cost you millions. Millions.
Good for you.
Now look, Rockstar, I'll admit, I bought the cheapest bunker in the game. I paid for the upgrades. I bought the most expensive transport in it. I bought the mobile ops center. I bought the shooting range. I upgraded the looks of my workshop. But let me go ahead and tell you this. That was not, some of that money was from shark cards, but a majority of that money was from me busting my ass.
Yeah.
And let me go and point this out. Not everybody has the time to do that or the patience to do that.
We'll get there in a minute. So we're gonna go ahead and quickly talk about the Smuggler's run, and then we're gonna have a nice little discussion about the shark cards.
Oh,
here
Don't be
we go.
surprised if I
Here
say
we
I
go.
want to have another
This is the one
fight
I
with
was waiting
Rockstar
for.
about this.
So,
I'm right here looking at the
Smuggler's
website,
Run
too.
DLC is pretty much extremely similar to the aspect of the Gunrunning DLC. So here's the thing that also pisses me off, and Rockstar is just screwing us right in the ass. They seriously, just imagine that Rockstar logo being shoved up your fucking ass with no lube whatsoever. with this fucking other update they're doing, and from here on out, it's just getting absolutely ridiculous. So aircraft hangars have been added where you can purchase a hangar on the Maze Bank website and choose from 5 different locations. And this kind of relates to Smuggler's Run and Gunrunning DLC. I've noticed this, and I think Rockstar have become trolls in this way. So with these supply missions with Smuggler's Run and Gunrunning, most of the missions are on the other side of the fucking map from the cheapest property.
Yes.
If you purchase a bunker in the northern side of the map, most of the missions are in Los Santos in the southern side. And the cheapest
Yeah, I remember
hangar
that.
in Smuggler's Run is in the airport. Most of the missions for Smuggler's Run are at the very north end of the map. And by the way, all these missions are timed. All of them.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
fucking
remember that.
infuriating. So the more expensive a property is, the closer it is to the mission areas. It's a waste of gameplay. They're forcing you to go from one side of the map to the other to fucking complete these. But back to the Smuggler's Run DLC, which is very similar to Gunrunning. So
Yep.
you do have the option of upgrading your hangar and shit. You know, you have hangar style, lighting, floor graphics, office furniture, living quarters. And then there's an aircraft workshop. So you know how Rockstar were hyping about this update, saying you could customize your aircraft to look super cool, you could add guns onto them and let them have really cool graphics. Well, guess what? You can't do any of that until you buy the fucking aircraft workshop, which is $850,000 extra.
No, actually, it is $1 million extra. I double
Oh my
checked.
fucking!
It is
You
it is
bastard!
I'm so glad.
$125,000.
I'm so glad I don't have a hanger right now.
And also,
Rockstar, we're gonna cop your head!
oh, hold on, I'm not done. It also has an air freight business, which is similar to the fucking gunrunning business. You know what this air freight business is? It's again managed within a stupid app on a computer and the hangar. It allows players to source and sell cargo. You have to first complete a setup mission to get the business up and running. But once set up, then you can begin stealing cargo, which can be then sold for a profit. Well, hey, by the way, you can't instantly make money off of that. You have to wait for it to progress completely before you get money off of it. Just like gun running.
I'll tell you the downsides right now. So, the first downside is this. Like gun running, you have to do it all in a public session.
Boom.
Personal experience, and I'll keep it. Personal experience, and I'll keep it short. I was going on a cell mission, and there was a guy in a night shark driving around the airport, and then he saw me,
Oh,
and
dear.
I got screwed over, big time.
Oh dear.
He kept running me down, shooting his machine guns, and killing me. And finally, when I thought I got away from him, he sees the helicopter I have to use to deliver
Oh,
the
no.
cargo.
Oh my god.
And you know what
This
this
is-
asshole does? He
Blows it
flips
up.
over the helicopter.
Ugh.
Oh, that was.
He did what now?
I had to
You know
blow
who you
it
are,
up
person. You know
and
who you people are.
lose money.
Oh my
It
god.
was horrible. Now,
Everybody, whoever's watching this,
don't
you know
get
who
me
you are.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. The missions are absolutely worth it most of the time, except for one sourcing mission, the stunt plane mission.
Oh no.
I did that one with you.
Oh
That
my
one
god, I
sucks.
remember that. Oh,
In which you have to fly under bridges and
oh
do
no.
knife flights in between
Oh.
buildings.
Oh, the horror.
First time I did this was a complete fail. It was awful. It was god awful.
The plane we're down was ridiculous.
is like a rag doll in a washing
Yeah.
machine.
It was so bad.
No joke.
It was terrible. I couldn't fly the
What?
damn thing straight.
But I digress. Other than that one sourcing mission, the DLC itself can be really fun. Other than the fact that you have to go into public session after public session after public session in order to do the actual missions.
Kill me, Lord. Did we get to the
And-
prices of the planes?
So
or-
yeah, I want to talk about that. So, and this will lead into my next point here in a second. But the pricing in the fucking Smuggler's Run, you know
yeah.
Rockstar is really trying to milk you dry. They don't even care at this point. They don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
care.
They're bloodsuckers.
They don't-
I'm
even
looking at them
care.
right now.
Look at the
It's
fucking
terrible.
Tula. The fucking Tula at the initial release of the Smuggler's Run DLC. Sell price
Yeah.
$3.8 million. Buy it now price?
Yep.
It costs over you $5
Five.
million, and that's the Tula. Oh, but I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Do you remember how we kept begging Rockstar to put in some kind of badass bomber plane in the game? You guys remember that? How we kept
Yes.
asking them for it. Well, yeah, no problem, guys. We got
Yeah.
that. We got a bomber plane. It's a nice little plane called the
Yep.
RM-10 Bombushka. Guess what?
Yep.
You can trade. The trade price
Yep.
is $4.45 million. Buy it now price?
6 million?
No.
$6 million fucking dollars for that fucking thing. That thing costs more than that thing costs as much as a yacht.
That is terrible.
And that's with no upgrades. And let me tell you guys this: I've seen a lot of reviews for it, and people saying it sucks because of how slow it is. Which again, it makes sense because of how slow it is. So if you want to upgrade it to even a faster speed, that's going to cost you hundreds of $1,000s to upgrade the speed. If you want to upgrade anything else on it, it's going to cost you, you guessed it, hundreds of thousands more dollars to fucking upgrade that fucking plane. The plane that we all begged for. Oh, also, we have the nice fucking little laser plane. You guys remember how bad
I was
we
gonna point that
wanted
out.
the
I was gonna
laser
ask you to
plane?
point that out.
You know the PS laser
Yeah.
plane? Nightmare. How
Yeah.
much does that fucking thing cost?
Let me look at
Which
it
is gonna
here.
lead to
Hold
a point that I'm gonna want to point out.
The
It's
V65.
not out yet. Or is it?
Wait,
The P996.
Yeah, I don't think that's out yet. But
I don't
do
see
know
it
It's
on
the
here.
not,
rumored
but it's
price.
coming out, and we already know the price.
Yeah, it's I don't know, $6.5 million, somewhere around that range.
Oh my lord.
And Rockstar, let me go and point something out. Let me go and get this straight. So, remember, guys, you guys remember the Hydra from the Heist update, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It only costs. That thing is 4 decades older than the laser, but it also has more. But it also has a special capability that you think would make it more expensive than the laser. But no, it only costs $3 million. You'd be now. I remember Josh telling me one time that when he saw that price, he was like, "Oh shit, that's expensive." Well, that's chump change compared to how much the laser's gonna cost, even though it's not out yet, because the laser costs more than double the price. Can I just point out, the laser has got better acceleration. Not as good at top speed, but better acceleration. But the thing is, the Hydra is good for juking people due to its hover capabilities. You can go from flight mode to hover mode, and also, it's an antique compared to the laser. The laser's modern day. We are talking about like Vietnam War shit. It should cost more. Now, I'm not saying raise the price of the Hydra. I'm saying make the laser cheaper. Make it like $1.7 to $2 million, and then we're good. Rockstar, are you hearing this?
When you see,
Are you
when
hearing
when
this?
you see prices,
Probably
Probably
They-
not.
no, of course not, because everyone's been complaining about the pricing. But you know why they keep increasing the pricing? And this will be our final statement before our final pointer before the conclusion. You guys want to know why they continue to increase the prices and don't give a flying fuck what we say? And this is also why there haven't been any single player DLC.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know what I'm gonna say.
Oh yes.
The mother
Get
of
out.
fucking shark cards.
Oh god!
Now,
Oh
I'll be-
god!
I'll
It's
be the
too
first
much!
I'll be the first to say I have bought some, but let's be honest. I agree, it's ridiculous. There's one that here. I'm gonna go ahead and check it right now. I'm gonna tell you the highest, the one that has the most money. It is
Megalodon.
straight up. The Megalodon shark card is straight up $100.
And it gives you how much?
Who the hell? That only gives you $8 million. If you pay $100 of real life
That's
money,
not even enough to buy the freaking Luxor Deluxe!
Yeah, if you pay $100 and you can't even get that plane or a lot of the other vehicles. So it costs you $100 to get $8 million within the game. By the way, these fucking shark cards are fucking overpriced, Rockstar. And the thing is, I've had to buy them. I've had to, because let me tell you.
Yeah.
I have a
Me too.
busy personal life. I do not have the time to sit in this fucking game and grind for hundreds and hundreds of hours just to get enough money that I want. So let me also quickly bring up this equation that I figured out, okay? I'm gonna sound like a nerd, but bear with me. So let's say this, because this is about how long it took for me and Justice to make money. Not to brag, we're pretty good GTA players. It took us about 3 hours. Again, it took us about 3 hours to accumulate $1 million, and that was just doing random missions and stuff.
This is from doing normal missions, might I add.
So 3 hours, $1 million. Well, the thing is, modern day GTA Online, just $1 million, it's chump change. People see you with $1 million back then, they thought you were a god. People see you with $1 million now, they think you're broke as fuck, okay? That's how ridiculous it's
Josh,
become.
allow me just go and say this. Allow me to say this. Back then, because I worked for it, I always had like $2 million on my guy. Like, I had $2 million in my bank account. I had a friend of mine, and that was from hard-earned cash. I had a friend of mine who actually said that he wanted to follow in my footsteps because of that. Nowadays, I don't have $2 million anymore, but even if I did, I'm not broke, but even if I did, I don't think anybody would say the same thing, even if it was all hard-earned cash. Because just $2 million alone, a lot of things are more expensive than that.
So here's the thing.
Nice.
Okay, so if it takes you 3 hours to get $1 million, let's do the math here, okay? Say you want to buy a Bambushka, which, you know, let's just round it up to $6 million, okay? In order to do that, let's do the math here, guys. What's 3 hours times 6? That's 18 fucking hours of continuous gameplay just to buy the standard version of the Bambushka. And I say the standard version because it doesn't include any upgrades. And by the way, once you save up and buy that, you're broke. You have nothing left. Or you can simply buy a fucking shark card for fucking $50, which gets you $3.5 million. These shark card prices are fucking ridiculous, but people that have very limited time to play video games nowadays, like myself, don't have the patience to sit there for hundreds of hours on end just to get like a certain vehicle we want or a certain property that we want.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that, so we don't have a choice but to pay for these shark cards. Rockstar are sneaky little bastards like that. And the thing is, a lot of people buy these. People won't admit it, but a lot of people do buy these. And I know a lot of friends that say, I especially most often buy the $20 one. That's what a lot of them tell me, is they buy the Great White Shark card, which is $250,000, okay? That's the most common one that I think Rockstar receives. I don't know anybody that would pay $100 for $8 million, but I'm certain people that have way too much money on their hands, or just steal their parents' credit cards.
Like rich people.
I don't know, man. But the thing is, the shark card prices are ludicrous. So what I think Rockstar either needs to do, they either need to just simply lower the pricing of the shark cards, or they need to give us more value with the in-game money with the shark cards. I think everything included in the in-game money within the shark cards, I think we should probably get 3 times as much money that we're receiving. So for example, with the Great White Shark card, we'll probably be receiving $4.5 million, right? For $20, that sounds pretty fair. For $50, we probably get about $10 million. And then if you're absolutely retarded and you pay $100, then you could probably get like $25 million. I think that sounds pretty fair. But the fact that right now, that the maximum price shark card can't even buy you a standard vehicle that's available in the game is absolutely unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
And actually, there's something And actually, there's something that's sad about people who want to buy the Megalodon shark, who actually want to spend $100 on shark cards. Can I just point this out? Can I just point a little something out? Really, the best deal for that is to buy the Megalodon if you're going to spend $100 on shark cards. Because say you just decided to buy two $50 shark cards. That's only $7 million. And that's you just spent $100. Why didn't you just buy the Megalodon? It doesn't even matter anyway. But either way, it probably doesn't really matter all that much because guess what? It's not really gonna buy you much, is it? And even if it can buy you something you want, you're probably gonna be broke afterwards.
It's funny you say that because the bull shark card, which gives you $500,000, costs you $10 real life money. So if you were to pay for two of those, you get straight even $1 million. But if you pay $20 for the great white shark card, it gives you an extra $250,000.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah, they're sneaky little bastards to incentivize you to sink more money out of your wallet.
Yeah.
It's absolutely unacceptable. Rockstar is turning into EA. It fucking pisses me off, man. Ultimately, I think the shark
but at
cards
least EA is
really,
doing better.
Well, they're really, EA is doing a bit better, but Rockstar with these shark cards, you are destroying this game. This is why, because fucking people keep paying for these shark cards, this is why there has not been any DLC for single player. Rockstar doesn't see the point of it when they see all this revenue from the shark cards coming in. They see no point in releasing single player DLC, and that's why we're probably never going to get any. And the thing is, they are so focused on releasing stupid, overpriced content for the game that they're not even bothering to talk about future games like Red Dead Redemption 2. They promised we would get news this summer for that game. We didn't hear jack shit. It's almost October. We haven't heard any other news about Red Dead Redemption 2. We've gotten some screenshots. We have one trailer. That's it. They said the game is supposed to come out in spring of next year, which is only a few months away, and we haven't heard anything else because Rockstar is so focused on releasing overpriced stuff for GTA Online because they know there's fucking gullible pricks who will shell out money for these fucking shark cards because they're fucking retards. They don't realize that they're killing the fucking game. They don't realize this, and they're killing future games. And you know what? GTA 6 may not be even releasing for who knows how long because of this. The Rockstar is looking at this and they're going, what's the point of creating and putting time and effort into a new game when we're getting all this money from shark cards? What? The fact that people don't realize this boggles my mind. We need to just stop. I know it's hard. Believe me, it is so fucking hard. But if we stop buying shark cards, like if everyone stops buying shark cards, I guarantee you, Rockstar will drastically reduce the pricing on this fucking content within the game. I guarantee you they'll lower the pricing on it. Guarantee it. Because they'll be like, wow, no one is giving us money for these shark cards. Which means that there's really no point in them being there, which means we should probably start overpricing these things. Oh, and Rockstar, here's the thing. If you lower the prices of the content in the game, believe it or not, it will bring more traffic to your server. You know why? Because the lower your prices are for this stuff in the game, the more people have the incentive to get on the game to keep playing it, because it's more people can obtain these items more easily. Give them the incentive to keep playing the game, please.
And in return, I'm pretty sure that would mean more people in the future would buy the game. That would also mean you'd even if it's only a small amount, chances are you'd make more money than you already are.
Mm-hmm.
That's mostly what I have to say about shark cards. Did you guys have anything else to add?
All I could say, you summed it up. Shark card, like, who's gonna pay $100 for a fucking shark in real life? By the way, for those of you guys who are stupid, real life money, $100. Like, I mean, I'm not ashamed to say I buy some of them, but I don't buy like the $50 one or the $100 one because that's ridiculous. That's stupid. I don't buy like that much money. I'll do like the $20 or the $9 or $10, or lower if I have to. Like, that's fine. but not 100 fucking bucks, man. That's just ridiculous. I mean, you pretty much summed up, Josh. I mean, bottom line, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you guys rather
Crazy.
get like a collector's edition of a game that's $100 instead of just continuing to play GTA at that point? Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. And one thing I'd like to point out is this. Remember how I forget who it was. It was probably me that mentioned it, but remember how it was mentioned that some people a lot of people have got actual lives, like they can't really be bothered to bust their ass to collect enough money to buy these things. So they have to buy shark cards. Well, you should also go and take into account the people who are practically left no but to bust their ass. So if I want the money, I have to bust my ass for it. And guess what? Guess what? I've done it before. I've done it before on at least a few occasions. The thing is, though, Rockstar, it's hard to get motivated to do that. It's hard to keep the motivation.
Yeah.
And it just takes so long that even though every time you do it, you feel accomplished, you're not exactly sure if it was worth it.
Yeah.
Earning money in GTA
Because
is hard.
the chances...
It's really hard. It is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and besides, chances are, what you wanted to buy, if you spend the money,
It's gone.
it might turn out to be
instantly.
total shit. No, that's not what I'm saying. Oh yeah, there
It
is
might be
that. But
terrible.
once you spend the money, not only is it gone, you have to work for more money if you want something else. But what you bought might turn out to be not as good as you hoped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good point.
I just have to say this quick frickin'
Let it
thing.
all out, man. This is your moment.
Let it out. Just get...
Let it
Rockstar, for the love of God, don't do what you're rumored to do and have gold bars in place of shark cards in Red Redemption 2.
Oh fuck.
Just don't.
Oh, yeah.
Have any of you heard about this yet?
Yeah,
I actually
unfortunately.
haven't, but now I get you now.
Yes.
Oh,
Gold
Lord.
bars. Pretty much Red Dead Redemption 2 shark card. And the
Boom.
only thing I have to say about this is no.
No.
No, 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 no.
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 Just,
Damn it.
just
No.
Rockstar, do you hear
Stop.
all this?
No.
Say no.
No,
Take a hint.
no,
For the
no.
love of the fans, please don't. Just don't.
Oh
Please,
gosh,
we
that
begging
really
you,
makes
man.
me
We're
nervous.
begging you.
That's what that brings me back to my kind of long rant earlier about him, but that brings me up to my point is this affects future games. People don't understand this affects future Rockstar games. They're saying this going, ooh, look at all this extra money we can have from these people. Let's go ahead and put that in Red Dead Redemption 2 and release quote unquote free updates and force people to work either really long strained hours for this content, or they can just shell out real life money and they can get it instantly. Oh, we're so smart.
And here's the problem with that in Red Dead Redemption 2. This isn't modern day where people have cars. This is people with horses as their only mode of
Exactly.
transportation. They can't get
Yeah.
around the map easily.
Oh, you know there's gonna be some
Yeah.
stupid fucking update like, oh, you can have this fire horse, which is gonna cost you like 5 million gold bars. Just wait.
Like, oh my
like
god.
$5 million,
Like,
which
you get-
back then was unthinkable amount of money.
That's
A
like more
million,
money.
yes.
You could with that much
Five?
money, you could buy a whole city back then.
No, you could buy a whole state worth of land with that money.
I'm pretty sure back then, if you had $100,000, you were considered rich.
Yes.
In fact, you qualified.
Yeah.
You qualified as filthy rich.
Yeah.
That brings me up to what I was about to say earlier. Like, I don't care if you're rich in real life. You gotta admit, paying $100 for real life shit is ridiculous. I don't care if you're rich or poor. It's ridiculous. It's
It
stupid.
doesn't matter where you stand. The precedent that Rockstar is setting is disgusting. It's unacceptable.
Yeah.
And it affects future games. And just wait, Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be a quote-unquote free update to the online mode where we're going to have a stagecoach that's made of metal that has Gatling guns on each side. It's going to cost $10 million. Just fucking wait.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna be like its online version. It's gonna be based almost completely on capitalism.
That sounds scary.
And that brings me to this. Again, any Rockstar people that are viewing this? Who wants to machete fight with me? I've got a machete right now! No, legit, I do.
God damn it.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay. Joe,
Oh,
what?
he's ready to
And
win.
he's gone.
My
He's freaking
mic
out.
fell!
His mic.
Wow.
But in all seriousness, Rockstar, why are you doing this to us? Please. Can you
Yeah.
if any of you
Explain
are
yourself.
watching this, please, can you at least answer us that?
Or at least say
all
they're
my
gonna take
all
our
my
feedback
fight
into
all
consideration.
my fight things are jokes, okay?
Yeah,
Just
I mean, at least.
Oh my god.
if you at
the
least
official-
give us any indication as to why you're doing this, it'll be very much
Yeah.
appreciated.
Alright, so Nightmare, final statement.
Yeah.
Ah,
All I can say is, God, I don't know. I mean, I just hope Red Dead's good, because I may not be a huge GTA fan or Rockstar fan as much as everybody, but I enjoy playing their games. Like, I enjoy playing GTA with all of you guys. It's been a blast. And as much as I hate the prices and everything, it's been a blast. And I think, and as much as I'm not a huge Red Dead Redemption fan, I'll still play it. You know, I'll still see what it's all about, and I'll play it. I played the first one a little bit, so it wasn't too shabby. So all I can say is,
Oh,
I
I
hope
loved
everything
it.
goes well. I hope everything just goes well, because if not, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah.
man. Fuck.
Indeed. Alright, Jackson.
Jackson, final statements.
Mine? Well, here's to the probably hugely overpriced rumored police update, which will drain our bank accounts completely.
Cheers.
Oh, I doubt that's gonna be as bad as Smuggler's Run, honestly. But
Police
you
vehicles?
probably do have a point.
You watch. They're gonna be a few $1 million a pop.
Oh, great.
Cheers.
Well, thanks for scaring me.
Thanks for ruining it.
Alright, Justice, your final thoughts.
Well, my final thoughts are. Let me go on and see here. My final thoughts would probably be Rockstar. Look, we do appreciate all the cool stuff that you're giving us. What we don't, but as we've been saying, what we don't appreciate are the prices.
Yeah.
But honestly, I would like to agree with Jackson. But
Yeah,
honestly, I would like
absolutely.
to agree with Jackson though. If Jackson was saying that he actually does have high hopes for a police update, just not for high prices, then I agree with him 100%. I really do want that. I want to be able to buy my own police car. I want to be able to buy a police uniform
Do police
without having to
missions.
glitch
That'd be
anything.
cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Like put in a new police adversary mode. I mean, I'm not one for adversary modes, but do that.
Cops and robbers. Bring back cops and
yeah.
robbers, please.
Oh,
There
yeah,
you go.
That'd be cool.
But with all honesty, please don't do what you're doing with GTA Online. Please don't do this in Red Dead Redemption 2. Please, we beg of you. We beg of you. And I'm pretty sure it's not just the four of us. We can guarantee you it's probably
Probably everyone.
most, if not all of your
Probably.
customers.
Oh yeah.
Probably everyone at some point feels like they're getting
Mhm.
screwed over, even if you're insanely rich.
Yeah. Some people.
So that's probably everyone.
Some people might have brains.
And I don't care
Unless
if
you're
I
a
don't care if you're
complete
rich and spoiled
dumbass.
rotten. You
Yeah,
obviously
if you don't have a
obviously feel like you're being screwed over.
So these are my final thoughts. I'll keep it short and sweet. Pretty much sums up this whole video. Rockstar, I love you. I wish I could make love to you. Fucking awesome. I would probably buy all your future games. But if you continue down this dark path, I don't see how that can continue. So again, Rockstar, you're badass. I want to give you a smooch on the lips, but the thing is, fix your shit. Thank you very much. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you stuck around until the end, be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed our thoughts. If you disagree or agree with us, that's totally cool either way. Feel free to leave a comment below, and if these guys have YouTube channels, I'll be sure to put them in the description. And I would say subscribe to them, but they probably have like 2 videos, but subscribe to them anyway because they're awesome guys.
I mean, I have a few, but they're all dumb as shit.
Fair enough. So subscribe anyway. I mean, who
I've got
cares? It's
I've
free.
got 3 videos. They're not good.
Subscribe anyway. Who cares? It's free.
Yeah.
Till next time, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you all next time in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Where we
Peace.
rant about
Later,
gold
guys.
bars.
Peace, guys. Woo.
Ow.